This is Juanki.
And this is Hulk.
And this is the J&H Podcast.
Let's go.
I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up.
Hello, everybody. I am the Incredible Hulk.
And I am Juanki. Nice to see you and hear you.
See,
and
you already fucked it up.
no, oh, you're taking notes now.
No, I just wanted to make sure I pointed
director.
out the F-ups. No? Hi, babe.
First, you start by insinuating that I'm not a professional.
I didn't say you weren't professional.
And
I said that you...
and that I don't have the skill set needed to turn it on and off and do the damn thing. Why would I be nervous when I'm just talking to this red microphone and looking into your eyes?
My eyes. How do you like looking into my eyes?
They're okay. I'm going to close my eyes now so I don't have to look at them throughout the rest of this broadcast. No, I don't get nervous when this thing goes live.
I get nervous when it's live though.
Well, I know that.
When other people are in the room and everything, when we was doing it over on YouTube.
Yeah. But no, I don't get nervous when we're recording because this is just having a conversation with my husband. And people are eavesdropping.
Well, I think it's different.
Yeah, eavesdropping, people. No, but it's just having conversations and, you know.
It's when it's live because I get nervous that I'm going to slip and say something crazy.
Well, there's a lot of, live is a whole other beast.
It's like the words you use, the T's and the,
Transpedestrians?
Oh my God. All right. So listen, we went on our annual BaeCation.
Oh, about time. It's been a difficult year.
I need the applause.
It's been a difficult year. Please don't edit as we record. Thank you. Just be in the moment.
You're editing me while telling me not to edit me.
And you just exactly.
So that's editing.
Because I would like us to continue for the next 47 minutes without NT.
Who said it was going to be 47
editing.
minutes?
See?
Can we not do this? See?
Anyway, yes, it was a much needed vacation.
We went to IHOP for breakfast.
When?
And we were ordering, and the waitress that we usually go to, and she was like,
right.
"Oh, you guys don't want the strawberry lemonade?" And we were both like,
"Oh,
yes!" At the same
at
time,
once.
And she was wilding.
If she didn't know we were married, she found out right in that moment.
She found out. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, at least we were one of the girls.
I was so well. I'm never one of the girls. I'm never that gay. But I don't know. When we did that, like in sync like that, I was proud. Like, oh.
Ooh, I'm enjoying the music in the background.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you doing editing
come
again?
Come through.
The Tina, the liquor, All right, anyway, listen. So this was our first annual BaeCation. And this is the first time that we've been on vacation since we've been married.
Since we eloped.
Our elopement.
Since we did it the damn thing in front of them people and signed the paperwork and let the parental units take a good look at the other side.
And just judge us. No.
No.
Actually, your mom was really nice.
Yes.
Everything was good. I appreciated the video. I watched it recently.
What video?
Of our wedding.
This video?
You know this video where
I
he was crying.
I know.
And
Oh
was
my
wiping
God!
Your tears. It was
stop it!
I swear, I was like, oh.
Where do you have that video? Because I don't have it in my archives.
Because it's in my phone. But anyway, continue.
We went to the tropics.
Yes, it was an amazing trip. Even though I almost felt like we wasn't gonna make it because that hurricane was over there messing up Florida.
And why did I keep telling you?
Oh, you said it was gonna be fine because it was gonna curve out the way.
Right.
So it curved out the way, hit the Republicans, and kept pushing through.
Now the ride down there, did you feel like it was a smooth plane ride? I thought it was pretty smooth given everything that was in the air.
Because we flew
route?
around. Yeah. Because normally they fly, like if you from New York, it goes straight down. Mm-hmm. So you stay over the Carolinas and everything. But this time, because the storm was like 2 hours west, it pushed we went more straight over the Atlantic the whole way.
We got there faster too.
The plane ride was crazy.
First, let's start with the
packing.
Oh God, yeah, the packing.
It was easy for me because it was.
Well, you packed the weekend before.
A week before, so I had all my clothes. This is done. Everything was packed up and ready to go. And Juanki was like, "Oh, I don't want to pack the day before and be all tired." And guess who ended up packing the night before?
Well, you know what it is, though. I really, and it wasn't this vacation, maybe hopefully next vacation. I look forward to the vacation where I have a couple of days off from work before I go on my vacation. Unfortunately, I'm always working to the last minute, or even if I schedule, I've had jobs before where I've gone away on vacation, like I'm on vacation, and they call me back and I have to come back the day before I leave to take care of some items or work remote, and then I can go on vacation the next day. When I've scheduled it to be like, okay, I'll have 1 or 2 days before I depart.
You can take a break.
And they've had to call me back. I've been recalled. I haven't had to like go back physically into the office. And people are like, aren't you on vacation? Don't fucking ask. I'm here for 3 hours and 3 hours only.
You couldn't get me to come back once I clocked out. If you'd have called my cell phone after that, my cell phone is dead to everyone at the establishment because I don't play those games. But the packing for you, it took a little bit out of you. But I think it felt good because we started the next morning when we were about to leave. You did make us a drink. I think we had the champagne. What do we have?
We had the Bellinis, but the day before we actually spent time with each other. We went all over the city.
Oh, that's right.
We got our haircuts. We got our food.
We got our eyebrows.
We got tipsy in the middle of the day.
We were fucked up. We got drunk.
I think that's what did it. We started our vacation already tipsy.
We started tipsy, then we woke up, and then we drank some champagne, and then we got.
Yeah, I was making Bellinis. And imagine had I really made it the way that I'm supposed to. I was missing one ingredient, the vodka. But imagine had I thrown that in there.
I hate vodka, but I could take.
I've always put it in. You just don't know.
I didn't know, but I don't like vodka. Vodka always gives me a stomachache, headache. But we had the service pick us up. We went to the airport, and then we were drinking more because we were in the lounge.
No, we didn't get a drink at the lounge. You were tipsy from what I had put together. We downed a whole bottle, and the night before we were doing yellow shots. And had another bottle.
I had the apple juice, the orange.
Yeah.
So we got.
And then we went from the lounge, which I was not impressed with. That's another review, but with this lounge. Then we went to our seats, and oh my gosh.
I told Juanki before the plane took off, I said, we are in the plane from hell. I took video of the people walking by too.
Oh my God, did you?
I took video of everything. My God. It was crazy. So listen, we're in first class. In front of us, we had 2 parents that chose to bring these little crying ass babies on the plane. We had 1 baby behind us, and we had a couple of special needs children.
I think there was a special event or something down there because there were a lot of them on our flight. It could be like a program that took them out and stuff like that.
I was pissed because I'm like, we paid all this money to sit in first class just to deal with the people that need to be in the back of the plane.
Oh my God! See,
and
you're gonna regret that.
I'm not, because why would we spend thousands more for a flight? We could have sat in the back of the plane and spent like $400, but we spent.
It wouldn't have been the same experience even if we would have.
Oh yeah, because I wouldn't have had a crazy kid kicking the back of my chair.
It would have been worse.
And I wouldn't have had
to be quite frank and honest, the kids were not even that much of a problem.
He wasn't.
You drank, you ate.
We had a nice meal.
Movies. We were plugged into surround sound.
And we was watching Saw.
The kids were the least of our concerns.
Because at the end, at first I was a little frustrated, and then I realized I was being extra.
Like right now, yes.
But I'm putting on for the put on right now. But
okay, so let them know that you're putting on for the put on.
Yeah, I'm just joking because the special needs children, like I have a soft spot for them, for children in general. But when I see them, I was like, oh, he's so cute.
However, the Mexican, the cocaine-induced drunk Mexican that was originally behind me,
they bumped him up to first class
just to watch him. But they bumped him up to first class, but they bumped him away from the thing to watch him. That man was on cocaine.
Yo, he was lit. The plane is going, our surround sound is on, and we hear him having a conversation. A white lady sitting next to him, I know she wanted to just unalive herself because he just kept
going. Like he did not stop.
And then he tried to go to the bathroom.
And then he couldn't stop peeing.
Yeah, they talking about,
which I can listen. I can understand because I'm a small frame size man. I'm very petite. I'm very small. I believe last time I took my measurement, I had a 23 waist. So it's very small, very tiny. Hulk can grab it with one hand all around.
Wrap it up.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm okay with that.
Fits perfectly.
I'm okay with that. So because of that, I have a small little bladder.
No, I don't want to hear that shit.
And then once throw the fact that you put me at 36,000 feet, and it's pressurized or whatever. Any little liquid that I put in there, it has to come out right away.
Okay, I understand that, but they were going to delay the flight.
Right. Well, we were taxiing. We were next.
And it was like, if you get up, sir, we're going to have to delay our takeoff. I was like, if you don't sit your drunk ass down.
Which is actually, it's not real, because I've seen people be in the bathroom during takeoff and landings. And and those particular flights, the flight attendants did not give a F. And I was like, did this bitch just land? We just landed with the woman in the bathroom. And she came right out like nothing's like.
I know her vagina was all splashed with that blue water. I could never. I don't even do bathrooms on airplanes. I can't really.
Don't do them because you don't fit.
Yeah, like I looked at.
Why would you even go over there?
Listen,
it was small for me.
I think I've only urinated on a plane once in my life. I've never used a bathroom on a plane because I don't.
No, I gotta go every half hour, as you can see. Throw the liquor, the champagne in there, and I'm a whole fucking mess. And just to pee, because I don't know what it is. I just have to go. No, I think a little bit of nerves too. But
what about the couple? So they had this gay couple that was behind us.
Oh my god!
And it was this white gay couple.
God.
He had this fucking weirdo smile where he just had like that crazy psychopath grin.
No,
like,
you know what that smile was? You know what that face is?
See me smile.
I'll tell you what that face is, because I've seen it. That face is the face of someone who is in psychotropic drugs. Those are the drugs that the psychiatrist gives you.
Yeah.
Those are because they're literally floating above everybody else.
But the smile was
the soul
creepy.
off. No, that's right, because they're just like, yeah, everything is. You have to understand, they go from a depressive manic state to not having a depressive manic state, so the complete opposite. So they're just in this blissful world in their brains that is just them. So they tend to smile at strangers.
Yeah, but
they tend to be a little slow in reactions, and they're gazing at you, and you're like, what the fuck you looking at? But they're not really meaning it. No. They're looking at you past you.
Remember, he had the baby. He was walking the baby up and down the aisle.
Tell them about our fucking luck, though.
What?
Not only do we encounter this on our way there, but let's save it. Let's save it for when we start talking about the return.
The return? Okay. Lord Jesus. All right. We land there. We get whisked off the plane. We go through the VIP lounge and everything. We go to this new resort that is amazing. You want to tell them the name?
No. First, I want to tell them about I'm here conversating, which is not a word.
Hold up.
No.
Hold up.
I'll let you tell it, then I'll tell the truth.
So we go through the immigration place, right? And
which technically, in the VIP lounge, immigration comes to you.
Yes, well,
because we are busy sipping on our Coronas, Presidentes, eating our chips, looking at at our messages, logging onto the system to make sure important emails didn't come out while we were not miscommunicated, but incommunicated, decommunicated. What's the word that I'm looking for when you don't have communication?
I don't know.
Discommunicated. That's the word I'm going to use it.
I don't even know where you're going. But all I know is this.
While you're up in the air and you don't have access to the world. So they,
that's our return flight. We're going to talk about that too.
So we're sitting there and then, okay, go.
So then whatever happened with, one of the papers wasn't filled out, I guess, properly for the immigration for us to get into the country, right?
Right.
It was something we filled out the wrong date, and we filled it out for the day before, not.
But what happens? Miss Thing comes over.
So we sitting there. Lady come over,
and because I said Miss Thing, I have to clear what Miss Thing is. Genetically a genetic woman, right? Is that how we gotta say it now?
Miss Thing is a genetic woman, not a surgical woman.
Right.
Yes.
She's a genetic woman. She's a real woman. So drop a bomb on that. A real one.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, she didn't make it. They didn't man-made her.
Wait. Well, she is man-made.
She is man-made. Yes.
But she's not surgically made.
But she's not surgically. Yeah. They didn't cut her up.
Okay. So listen. Well, they cut her umbilical cord.
They didn't slice her up. They fold her, roll her.
Listen. No, we're not doing that on the podcast. Save that for YouTube. So we sitting there, she comes, she grabs Juanki, they doing all that shit in Spanish. I can understand a little. It's this Dominican dude just sitting there.
Oh my God.
So
that
I'm
is
sitting
not
there,
how we went down.
Listen to this. So the desk is right there. He's over there at the desk. I'm just sitting there chilling, eating some plantain chips, sipping on a Presidente, and I hear this chuckle coming from behind me. And I look back like, who this nigga laughing at? That's what I was like. I know my husband.
I'm trying to get into the country.
No, you over there laughing with some nigga. And I was like, absolutely not on my watch. So I had to get up and go over there and make sure I stood there to let this nigga know. Don't make my husband laugh.
Okay, now let me tell you the real version.
I make you
laugh. I came out of the bathroom.
Were you nervous?
I was.
Yeah.
I was because I just was. But so I came out of the restroom. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting down eating my chips, talking to my husband, and here comes Miss Honey Girl. Mr. Pro, we have an issue in Spanish. And I'm like, what's the issue? Oh, something about immigration. Can you follow me to the desk?
You thought they were trying to keep you?
I thought they were trying to fucking keep me. Oh, send me back, which would also ruin the. Yeah. And then when they send you back, it's like, then the United States is like, okay, why are you coming right back? Mm-hmm. Why, it's just not normal protocol. And so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, I done paid a bunch of money for y'all niggas to come to me. So I turned to Hulk and I said, I'll be right back, baby. Watch my bag. I'll be right back.
Yes, you did say that.
And I go over there and then he's like, oh, there's a problem with the code. It looks like you filled out the wrong date. I filled out, because now after COVID, once you get into the country, you have to fill out these things like 72 hours before. It was totally my mistake because it asked for date. I was filling out a form that was both in Spanish and English, and it was just a lot when I was doing it. Mm-hmm. And so I put the date that I was filling it out instead of the date of us arriving, because it didn't say arrival date. It just said date. You understand what I'm saying?
Translation.
Right. So I was filling it out, and then when he told me that it was the typo was the date, somebody made a comment, and we all laughed. No. As I'm here typing real fast because I'm standing there. Now I usually did not. I don't know if you remember last year, there was no immigration in uniform in the lounge. It was one of the girls who did it through the computer. So now I'm standing here looking at the guy with the badge, with the thing and the stripes, and he's just standing there looking at me and looking at the computer.
And then I see smiling,
and
laughing.
Took my passport, and he's looking at the passport. So I'm trying to ease this situation out. So yes, I will laugh. I couldn't even tell you what he said, and I laughed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All I heard was my husband being laughed by another nigga, and I was like, I will get stuck in this country and beat this nigga to death.
But then after that, we were okay.
We were on our way, and then we went to the new resort.
And then we left that door, from that door to another door, the door of an Escalade.
Yes.
Got right in.
We're just gonna have all this video
and drive right the fuck away.
And we were whisked away
to the new resort. Now, you've never had this experience. I have gone to these type of resorts before, but what did you think of the check-in?
Check-in was nice because it had like that eucalyptus type.
No, well, we was at a lounge. It was a check-in lounge. Instead of like the line, you go, you set up, and
you're talking about where, at the airport or the hotel?
At the hotel.
That's what I'm saying. We walked in and they had the plants. They had the live plants on the floor, the ceiling. On the walls and the ceiling. It had the eucalyptus smell. It was pleasant.
I was asking about the concept of checking in a lounge versus checking in at a lobby.
Man. Okay, you gotta let me build up to it. I'm animated. Jesus
okay.
Christ, you see this? See what I deal with? No, I'm joking. No, it actually was nice because we were the only ones in there. And we didn't have to wait with a bunch of people like the one last year. Mm-hmm. We were literally just by ourselves. It was a personal
in a lounge,
check-in,
in a nice
lounge, comfortable seating,
low lighting,
champagne, and I enjoyed it. And I said, "This is how I want to live my life." How did you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. I haven't had that experience in a couple of years because of COVID and all that. Yeah. So it was nice to finally be getting that. It starts setting up your expectation for the whole experience of relaxation and peacefulness. So it was nice to see
tranquil.
That there's places still doing this. By the way, we obviously went to the Dominican Republic, the tropics.
Yes.
Punta Cana, which is
Bávaro,
a hot spot, and it's been for the last decade or so.
Yeah, it was nice. The hotel, the decor was nice. It was more of a, I would say, rustic feeling.
I wouldn't call
it. It was like rustic. No luxury. It was like you know what I would say, because of the dark tones, the wood. It wasn't like cabin feel, but it
wasn't cabin feel.
It was like
and it wasn't like front ocean beach setting type of feel. But I wouldn't call it rustic. I don't know. I call that a little clean.
No, it's clean, but it's more. I would say the only reason why I called it rustic was because it had a lot more of the
wood and metal
tones, and it had the soft tones to make
that.
Well, I'm not
what? You're absolutely right. The hotel gives you that feel of wood and the architecture of it surrounds itself in like centric circles and like the stars and the sun. So there's a lot of imagery. Yeah, a lot of imagery of the sun and the moon and constellations
the lights,
and it's slowly lit in the evenings.
Elegance.
Very romantic.
It was very romantic and
very
elegant.
romantic.
And I definitely relaxed the most out of all trips we've ever taken. I was so relaxed. It's kind of like, this is the voice, like the relaxing voice. Like,
yeah, it was good. And the room was amazing, a 2-bedroom suite.
2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And I was like, damn, we got 2 bathrooms here and 2 bathrooms there. So I was excited for that. The balcony was beautiful. We did have an ocean view. We had the soaking tub. We had the king size bed, the rainfall shower. Oh my God. The water
range,
coming from the shower was like 9 by 9 foot. So me and Juanki are both in there taking showers, you know, and getting.
And I think this is like the first time that you actually have a rain shower that's way above your head.
Way above. Where the water can,
where you don't have to lower your head to the shower
and get this one. I would say the design of this hotel is amazing. It's the best that I've been in so far to this.
You know
day.
what that means, right? That means that now, how do we top this experience? That's always been the challenge.
Oh, we know how we're gonna top it.
How do we top this experience? Well, yes,
we know how we're gonna top it.
But I don't think that there's. Well, actually, there is. It's whether or not, you know, you're gonna be ready to whip out that American Express for it when you see that price tag. That's why I gotta book everything without telling you and just tell you we're going.
And then I see it when
and
it
then
comes
tell you
through.
how much you pay for it on the plane when it's too late to turn back.
Like, what the No, but it was nice. The restaurants were okay. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the stay in general. First day, we chilled. We went to the beachfront. We had some. I don't know how you want to like frame this. How do you want to frame this?
The first food?
Like just the food in general. How are we going to frame this?
I would say that out of the whole experience, the food was really a hit or miss, depending on where you were going.
Yes.
Now, did we always find something to eat? Absolutely. And again, we're comparing it to other services. So, you know, past resorts that we've been to, we have like sit-down service in most of the experience. Here, it was a lot more of self-service.
And I didn't like that.
And I know you didn't like that, unless you were the specialty restaurants for which you had to have special reservations, which were not a problem, but you had to make them. And often you needed 1 or 2 days ahead of notice to be able to get what you wanted. Overall, I would say the food was a hit or miss. And I say this with a caveat of we still were pretty full.
Yes.
We had everything we wanted.
Yes.
It just wasn't presented in a way that we're used to.
I didn't like the way that the menus were spelt out. It kind of, they were trying to be overly fancy with the wording. I'm like, bro, is it chicken or not?
Right.
Like, don't give me croquant.
And then what that causes is that you don't know what you're eating.
You don't know.
What
I seen
is.
when it said Snells.
You did know.
I can never. If I would have saw a Snell, I would have walked immediately out of the establishment. I don't play with snails. Out of everything on this earth that you can eat, you want to eat the ugliest creature ever made.
I'm gonna make you some escargot.
And then I'm gonna make you divorce papers.
I'm gonna make you some escargot.
Never. I would never forgive you for that.
Really?
I would never forgive you for that.
What if I already said you've had it in paella already?
Then I will say that this is the last time that they're going to hear you on any podcast because you're going to be buried underneath the safe.
No, I would never feed you anything you don't want to eat.
That is disgusting. Snails are disgusting, but the restaurants were hit or miss. This is the crazy thing is that the first sit-down restaurant we went to was the steakhouse?
Yes.
And the steakhouse, let me tell you, so we sit at the steakhouse.
There certainly was something going on.
It took us over 2 hours to get our meal. 2 hours. And then I was like, yo, let's just tell them we want to take this to go. And then they said some shit in Spanish, obviously, because it's DR. And we're, I guess, to the effect of, oh, you know, he's going to tell the people in the back that we want to leave because they're taking too long. And in my head, I'm like, yes, it's 2 fucking hours. I'm not hungry no more. I wanted to go to sleep. Like, I've been traveling all day.
Well, you weren't feeling well that day.
I wasn't feeling well because I've been up all day too, you know, drinking a little drinky drinks. But it's like 2 hours for some food. And then when the food came out, it just wasn't We ended up leaving 98% of the plate.
I think we had like one bite and then we were gone.
It wasn't cooked properly.
But I would say that was unique for that restaurant because we didn't have that experience anywhere else except that Italian restaurant.
Oh my God.
That's a whole other.
No, we're gonna get there. We went to one of the Italian restaurants. You guys know what ceviche is, but here I'm thinking I'm gonna get like the regular ceviche, and they brought.
Well, it didn't say ceviche.
What did it say?
It said shrimp with something else. That's why you got it. It didn't say ceviche. It did not say ceviche.
Listen.
Because she said to me that it was ceviche, and I was like, this much raw shrimp?
This chick brought me out a plate of fish throw up. It's like
it looked like a mixture of fish throw up with mucus.
It was disgusting. Yo, the shrimp was not cooked at all. And Juanki asked her,
it was raw.
Like, is this raw? And she was like, yes, but you put the lemon on it and it tastes amazing. I was like, I'm not eating this shit.
You would have gotten sick if you ate that.
It looked like throw up. It looked like they picked the fish out of the ocean, cut the stomach open, and put it on a plate and said, here. I would never get that again. I actually will never go to another Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
I barely like them here.
That's our first time.
That's our first Italian restaurant.
We've never really been.
No, I don't mess with Italian restaurants or French restaurants.
Except for a size of pizza. But
yeah. I don't even know if that's technically real Italian. They might get mad at that.
That is Italian.
Yeah, but I think they don't like that though.
Well, I mean, they can't erase our history.
I mean, it's like with Jesus.
Trust
and the
me,
Jews,
white
right?
people would have loved to do that and they can't.
I had to leave the dramatic pause for that one so it can get the effect that it needed.
Keep editing.
But
ooh, if only y'all could have seen this look I just got. I got the look of death when I say keep editing.
Anyways.
And I'm peeking right over there.
Yes, exactly. Why I put the red cap.
Okay, so what else? So the food was a hit or miss. I would say this: the workers are trying their best. You can tell. My takeaway from this whole experience is.
Hold up, backtrack. The workers are trying to. What about the chick when we went up in the morning? We were gonna go sit on the beach, and you went up to the bar and you asked her for what was it? Oh, you were getting champagne, and I was gonna get a strawberry daiquiri or something like that.
And it was $8.47.
And they open at 9. And then what did she say? Let's talk about the great service. Go.
She said, but listen, she said, what time is it? And I caught exactly how she was coming at me. Okay.
I'm just looking.
And then we had an exchange in Spanish, and then a manager showed up, and then I magically got my drink.
And she was nasty.
She was nasty, but I will say this, honey. I take into consideration where we are, what we're here to do, what the whole purpose of it is, the fact that I have moments where I go into work, and by fucking 7:30, I want to fucking quit and cuss everybody out on the way out. I get it. I didn't find it that detrimental to me. I give that a pass. She's a mother probably. She's away from her family.
You gave her a story now.
No,
Okay.
she's probably away from her family. You know, everybody has been in a situation at work, whether you work with, facing people or just you, or have gotten an email that you just think the worst and you want to cuss out. I give her a pass. I'm not going to fault her for that. I'm not gonna, because at the end of the day, there was a big ass sign that I was pointing at you saying it's 9 a.m. and it's not 9 a.m. and then we still wanted it. And it's like, I get it. The funny thing is, this bar is attached to the beach cabana area where we eat.
At.
So if I'm sitting there and I ask for any type of drink, whether it's alcoholic or regular, guess what bar it's coming from?
The one that doesn't open for 15 minutes.
And the bitch and the bar, they saw us walk from our table to the bar. So bitch, I can go back and sit down and have your homeboy have to bring it to me. What you want?
I was about to, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want to get anyone fired because I know that it's it's a place that they are. So right. I didn't want to I didn't want to be a Karen in the Dominican Republic.
Exactly.
So
that's exactly it. So was she nasty? Yes. Did I sass her back? Absolutely. Did I end up talking to a manager? You damn right I did. And would I get my champagne? Yes, I did. Did I tip her? Absolutely fucking not.
No, that's what she got hit
and
with
that's
the
it.
tip.
And we usually were very graceful with tipping.
Oh,
people love us.
We
over-tip. People love us. Because I like to do that. Because I like giving back to, part of me, I feel.
Yeah, back to
but I wasn't going to reward that. And so I didn't. And that's how I spoke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, I come back from it with like, it is what it is.
So let's talk about all the women that were flirting with you.
Here we go. That's because you want to talk about the waiter. There were no women flirting with me.
Yes, there were.
There were no women flirting with me.
There was no women flirting with you?
There was no women flirting with me.
Really?
Everybody knew I was with my husband because they looked at the rocks in my finger, the 60.
Oh, that's how we're gonna do it.
On my finger, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna just pass it like that.
We're gonna pass it like that.
All right.
But let's talk about our experience at the Mexican restaurant, where I don't know if it was Haitian or not, and if it was Haitian, watch how you stepping. Because just a couple of years ago, they collected all of y'all and dropped them right at their border. They did. They collected all of them.
First of all, I'm pretty sure he was Dominican.
You don't know that? Did you see his paperwork?
But you're already classifying him as Haitian? You sound like a Dominican.
I am half Dominican.
No, I know what you're doing, but
what am I doing?
I'm pretty sure he was Dominican.
Did you see his paperwork? Did you have conversations with him?
No, I saw his face though.
Oh, you was dating his face. Was it before or after the 5 compliments he gave you?
Well, I don't know what the compliments are because I don't speak English. He gave you my
Ladies and gentlemen, let me not gas Hulk too much because he's feeling. Everybody over there thought.
Hold on, I'm pulling up. Hold on, pulling up to the gas station now.
Everybody over there thought Hulk played for some football team, and I was either the manager or the talent scout or the assistant,
you were my assistant
or something like that. The assistant.
He couldn't take it. He couldn't take it because listen, in New York, everybody thinks that I'm his security and he's somebody.
I am somebody.
You are somebody.
Excuse me.
You are amazing and you are sexy and you are everything.
I know.
You're every.
And
woman,
I gave you everything in that room.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay.
But in DR and out of this country, people think that I am the star, and why just can't take it?
Because
my name is on the marquee outside this motherfucking country.
You know
so I want to hear the compliments.
The service people come and they take every letter out down. JUANKIWORLOD.
That's not how you spell world, but
you know what I'm saying. They take it all down, and then they're like, oh, y'all gonna go to the okay, and they start HULK. And then I'm the one who goes and lights it. Click, hits the switch. That's okay. I could take a background for a couple of days. Okay. What I cannot take is the waiter talking to me, talk about after he takes the orders and everything. He comes to me to tell me that he likes your style.
Oh.
And I'm like, thank you. Not so much of my husband.
I was swagged
Not so much of my husband, because I will call the authorities and let them know a Haitian escaped. Not so much. Then a second time.
He loves my style. Okay.
Then a second time, he asked if you spoke Spanish. I said, no, I'm the only one who speaks Spanish at the table.
Yo hablo un poco de español.
Okay, he walks away. Then a third time, are y'all keeping tally? Because it's 5 times. Then a third time,
tell me.
He comes to tell me that he really likes the way you carry yourself. Mind you, in my head, I'm like, nigga, you haven't seen him carry himself. He's just sitting there in front of me. And we're eating these chips.
It's a lot of chocolate over here.
He's like, oh, the way he carries himself. He's like, and I'm like, well, he's very tall. And I'm here flipping my finger left and right. I'm like, my eyes are shiny. I'm into your face. I'm like, okay, there's nobody over here who don't know that that's a homosexual. That's a homosexual right there.
Sensible. Okay.
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 Then a 4th motherfucking time. Here comes little Haitian boy in drag wanting to give me another fight. That one I blacked out because I was like, this is too much. And the 5th one, when we were leaving, he wanted me to tell you.
Tell me. Dígame.
That you look like that he really enjoyed your style and your flow. Oh, that was the 4th one. He liked your flow. And I'm like,
what the fuck does that mean?
How much flow did you get from me translating what the fuck he wanted to eat?
He heard my accent. That's what it was. He heard that New York.
I think he was speaking in English, though.
He heard that New York.
I think he was trying to speak in English.
He heard my New York.
He would have said a couple of words in English. And then the last one was that he wanted me to tell you.
Tell me.
The audacity of it all.
Ooh.
That he really enjoyed your flow and your style. And that you look like you live a very good life.
Oh.
That did make me feel a little bad. Because I'm like, oh, so that means you live a bad life?
No, that was you being shady.
No, that really, and the shady part was when I turned around and I said, we do, and I will tell them thank you. And that's when I tell you, let's go.
And then I was like, what did he say? What did he say?
And I said, let's go. Look down, get up and look down.
So you better listen.
And let's go. We walk out of this restaurant right now.
Listen.
But I did say that we do.
Oh, I mean, my swag is nice.
We
my
do
style
live a good
is
life.
nice. I like that. My flow. I never got that one before. But I wonder, he didn't see my wedding ring. I don't know how you missed that.
The wedding ring was on the table. They all saw our wedding ring. He was just trying to be extra and additional.
He was trying to get that tip.
And exactly.
I don't know which tip he was working for, but the only one he was going to get was monetary.
Not too much on the adultery jokes. Move on. Move on.
Moving along. So let's talk about the trip.
Oh, you feel old gas now?
Oh, I'm always.
I'll pump you right back
good.
down.
I'll
bring you
good.
back the fuck down.
No, I don't need no compliment.
Back the fuck down, Naris. Back the fuck down, Naris.
Nah, I don't need no compliments. I know I look good.
No, it's I felt. And then when we were at the other restaurant.
Which one?
And they was like, oh, we need him. I want him for security. And that's when I turned around. I was like, no, that's my security.
Oh, I remember that one.
He's mine already.
I remember
and
that
one. I was going like this with my ring out, hitting my chest. And then again, I had to be like, let's go.
Oh, because they thought I was the ticket out of the country.
What a change. If you care so much, learn some fucking Spanish.
I'm learning.
Then learn some fucking Spanish.
One word at a time.
Don't ask me to translate shit.
You speak it fluently and you're going to tell me not to. That's crazy.
What are they saying?
Because Juanki will sit there and have a 10-minute conversation. I'm like, oh, what happened? Nothing. I'm like, what the fuck I just sat here for 10 minutes for if nothing happened? But I get it. Jealousy is real.
I'm not jealous.
It was cute.
Jealous?
It's cute, though.
Jealous? I would need to have competition to be jealous.
Oh, yeah, you definitely don't have competition. You never have to worry about nobody ever. But
I'm just saying.
It's nice to see you pull out your claws.
I didn't pull out no claws.
Yeah, I feel like now I got to,
I was fine.
Listen, the way I flow is
shut up.
That shit is on
your
point.
Flow and your life and all of that. Yeah, okay.
I was looking good, though. Because every outfit, listen, I took
every outfit that I put together for you. You're welcome, baby. I love you so much. Everything
that we wore to DR was brand new.
Right, that I chose.
Everything
I
from
did.
the shoes,
I did the pickings.
the drawers, the socks, the tank tops.
Yeah. Don't you love my color schemes?
I do love it.
Okay.
And we was all matchy. We were all white, and then we went out to.
No, we were all white because
we went to the church.
Right.
What was the name of the church?
La Basilica.
Yo, first of all, let's talk about the trip there. So we up inside the whip, tinted out. We on the highway. There's no speed limit.
The military.
And the military. We went to the
cops.
The military. These dudes had shotguns,
AK-47s
out, and tried to pull us over. And I guess that's how they extort people down there.
Yeah.
So you can go from there because I don't know.
And our driver, who sounded to be like a God-fearing man, kept driving without stopping and pulled right in front. That bumper touched that man's knee.
Yeah, because he kept trying to tell us to pull over. He kept driving towards the cops.
Exactly.
I'm like, Nick,
he's like, I'm not pulling over. And there was and then he went over. And this is how gangster my Dominican people are. Okay, and why you should really reconsider if you ever try to pull a fast one on me, Hulk. Because I will break every fucking kneecap you got going on, and the back of the elbows, and I'll twist that neck, and I'll wring that everything.
Y'all hear this plot to kill me,
I'm just saying, we don't play about ours. Our taxi driver told the cop that had a fucking AK-47 in his hands, he said, and I translate, you should be more careful. When you see the car coming, you should get out of the way. End of quote. That's what he told the man with the gun. Okay.
After we passed him and Juanki were laughing, and then Juanki told me what happened. But as a black man, and I see a cop with a gun, I'm sitting there like, oh.
Well, he was a black man too.
I don't give a fuck.
We were all black in that car.
No. Cops are not a color.
No, I'm talking about the driver was a black man too.
No, I get that. But I'm a black man who comes from America, so I know how the police get down. And then this nigga rolled my window down.
Yup.
And the nigga
he
with
said,
the shotgun,
they're going to church.
They're going to church. We're wearing all white.
With the shotgun, he's looking in the vehicle.
With the shotgun, he rolls my window down. Yep. Not the front window where he is, my window. And I'm looking at a motherfucking shotgun. Yep. And I'm like, nigga, like roll my shit up, but I didn't want to move. I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't have a problem. I was looking dead at him.
Chilling.
I'm looking at him like, okay, and
I'm looking straight. I see him out my peripherals. I'm like, bro, I'm about to get killed in the Dominican Republic on this highway because these motherfuckers want some money.
And then he said, go.
And then we went. Thank God. But let me tell you.
And there was a line of like 7 cars waiting to get
that money.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, but it was interesting. Had my adrenaline pumping.
Well, this is why I tell you that when we go out there, you know, you are more adventurous and you want to go, I want to see the hood. You don't want to see the hood.
Well, we did see the hood. And I
now you want to see the hood again?
I don't want to see the hood.
You want to go to the bodega over there? And I keep telling you, no, we don't do that.
I'm well removed
we don't
away
do that.
from
exactly.
that. And you know what it is? It's just the hood in me that always say, let me go back to the hood, chill with the people.
Yeah,
but I keep remembering Nipsey and all of them getting popped in the hood. I'm like, yeah.
Aside from the fact that they believe that you're Shaq.
They was like, Shaquille O'Neal. I was like, no. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, I don't want to get out this car because the last thing I need, we pulled through the grimiest neighborhood. I don't know where the fuck we were, but it was fucked up. It was people everywhere. It had like 6 niggas on a motorcycle. I seen, bro, I was like, oh no, trucks broke down everywhere, shit with no doors, no
donkeys in the road,
bro. I was like,
chickens,
cows.
I was like,
okay, this was cool. And then we get to like the city, and the traffic is wild. People running lights. I was like, there's like no. I was like, I'm American.
Organized chaos.
Yeah, organized chaos. But because I don't know the language or that, I was like, I'm not getting out this car here. I was like, these niggas gonna see this big motherfucker get out this car.
That's funny enough that the guy said, let me know if you guys want to stop anywhere. I was like, no, that's okay.
Absolutely fucking not. I was like, I will get out and get shot because these niggas gonna like, oh, he got money. Get him.
Yeah.
And we got these rings on, and these rings are ridiculous. Like, when you on live, it don't shine as much as it shine in real
person,
life.
Yeah,
but
of course.
In real life, the diamonds really dance.
And then when the sun hits it,
I'll be like, bro, even the lights inside of the establishments, it's too bright. And I was like, we can't walk around here like this. Mm-hmm. And then knowing that, poverty is vast down there, and I didn't want to give them, if you see money flowing through your town, you're going to get these dudes. Because, that's probably how I would think. But we get out at the church. The church is immaculate. And I'm going to post some pictures of it too. The most beautiful church that I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, my family has a strong connection to that church. I remember family members in the past taking trips from Puerto Rico or even from DR, traveling a 6-hour journey to get to that church to pay what we call promises. So I recently, sometime last year, was it last year or this year? Sometime recent, I made a promise, and that's part of why this trip took place. And my promise was to go so I had to go to the church and repay that promise, and that's what we did. We repaid the promise. So were you impressed by the architecture inside? And
I like I said, that was the most beautiful church I've ever seen. The glass, the woodwork. It was just.
It's been there since the 1800s,
and that's why I was so taken back by it. But walking up to it, people were looking at me. Then they start talking in Spanish, and then I'm like, oh man. I was like, I don't want to come out this church and they try to Tupac me.
Oh no, they're not gonna try to Tupac you. But I will be very clear. The fact that we were all in white, and then you are dark, and that we're going there. They don't know what we're going to do. They're waiting for a chicken to fly out, and
they knew something was going to pop
exactly.
off.
They're like, what are they here to do?
It was a great experience, and to be honest, once I left that church, I left feeling more light. I had a lot of mental clarity.
Good.
And that's what made me kind of take a step back and just remember all the good things that we have. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I feel like I can be a little ungrateful and talk from I don't like to look down on people, but I know that sometimes because of the lifestyle that I live now that I can sound kind of snobbish and that DR humbles me in a way because poverty, you don't know poverty in the United States. You have to leave this country to see what real poverty is. And you see some of these houses that are connected to no roads, no lights, no electricity.
Right.
They don't have bathrooms. They don't have, they have bathrooms, but it's not like ours here.
No, yeah, it's a hole in the ground.
The cows look a certain way, like everything, except for that big ass goat we saw. That goat looked like he was on steroids.
Yes. Yeah, that goat was big.
That goat was like 10 feet tall. I was like, is that a goat or a horse?
Feeding it well.
I just, DR always makes me feel good, and I feel like it centers me and grounds me. So,
and that's why I like to go to DR, because I do feel that it also centers me and grounds me. And I'm in New York City. I play the role of being this grandiose, and I sometimes I'll be a Karen, and sometimes I'm like, one penthouse to another penthouse, like one world problems. But if you see how I behave while I was in DR, that's truly who I am. I think it, and how I'm settled. And when I'm there, it's like I leave all of that to New York, to that world. I really go to DR to decompress. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get the highest accommodations, because that's what I need to be able to center myself.
Yeah. But
at the top resort. But when it comes down to interacting with people and like really knowing that I really came from this same environment, I was just a little luckier than the other folks.
Yeah, because you were born in America.
Exactly. So. And that's by the doings of great-grandparents who did what they had to do to get out.
Yeah.
If they had not done that, I would have been one of them.
One of them.
Exactly. So I don't look down. I try to give as much as possible. That's why the thing with the lady, with the bartender, it affected me for like 30 seconds, but by the time we were in the beach, I was like, okay, I just won't give her a tip.
Yeah, we were out there tanning, getting in the water. The swimming pool was nice. The hydrotherapy that we went to at the spa, where it was just 100 jets just bursting out of the walls, the floor.
That was relaxing.
It was and it felt like it was beating every muscle in my body, loosening me up. I felt relaxed until the fire alarm went off, and then everybody just kept walking around like they ain't hear that shit. And
this is supposed to be like the Zen relaxing area of the hotel.
It's the Zen relaxing, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they just walking by, cleaning out the linen, didn't move a muscle, didn't care.
Didn't tell us, oh no, there's no fire. You guys are okay.
I knew it was okay because nobody else cared. So I was like, forget it. Like, except the white couple, they got aggravated by it and they left. Mm-hmm. The older white couple, they was like, oh my God, this is, I can't take this sound. And then they just walked out. And I know the Dominican lady was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out. But it was nice. I can't wait to do it again. The room, though. Let's talk about when we went out on a balcony.
Oh my God. This was like was this the first day?
Second day.
I was so irritated by you.
We just got undressed and he was like, oh baby, come out here and look at this on the balcony. So I go out, and because the AC is on, I slide the door
and locks it from the outside.
I did not know the door was gonna lock.
Who slides the whole door?
I like AC.
Why would you slide the whole door?
I wanted the room to stay cold. It was hot.
He slid the whole door and the thing went click.
And then I tried to open it and I turned around.
And here I am half naked in the balcony.
I said, babe, the door is locked. He was like, what do you mean the door is locked? I was like, it locked. And we don't have our phones. We don't have nothing because we just stripped down. So we're only in tank tops and boxers on a balcony. And
no, I was in my
you were in your
just in my underwear. I took everything off.
Yeah, you were in those nice ones, But so Juanki had to, and we're on the top floor of the resort, and Juanki had to lean over the balcony and scream down to some workers that was replacing something. And these motherfuckers didn't even want to get help.
They looked at me, they were Haitian, and they looked at me and they laughed.
And then they
kept going.
And kept working.
And I was like, hello. and then the I guess the lead worker pointed to the other one, then he looked up and came over.
And then got the lady to come up. It was so funny though. I thought it was funny. Juanki was mad, but I was like, this is funny as shit. We locked on the balcony.
I didn't find it funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Okay,
but
I'm gonna lock you on a balcony next time and leave you there. And
we could have did a lot of things on that balcony.
Let you enjoy it.
We could have did a lot of things. The things that we were doing in the bedroom could have happened on the balcony.
Not with everybody else watching.
Let them watch.
No, I'm not into the watching.
I'm joking. No one can watch us that high, but even there, penthouse views.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that was funny. And after, let me tell you, like, just to sum it all up, it was a beautiful place. I would go back. The adult only section was the best part.
Yeah.
The swimming pool with the bar.
Pool, the adult section.
What about the gay dude that came out with the full length white fishnet dress over his
Miss Honey Girl Child. God. This is yeah.
And
he wasn't a transpedestrian.
No, he was just a very fruity color. He was just fruity kind of guy. He was a Fruit Loop box.
Yes, he was. in all her glory. She thought fishnets, although he had, and I can understand if it's like the shorts or you have a tank top, maybe no, this was like a whole gown.
A fishnet gown. That was a dress. No, it was like a skirt.
It was a skirt, yeah, like a skirt above his knees. Above his knees, and even had a hoodie and everything. And he was sitting there with his legs crossed, eating his lunch with his white boyfriend.
Wonky was like, look at that Fashion Nova shit.
Or it was Fashion Nova, but from the women's section.
It was
definitely from the women's section. But listen, nobody gave a damn.
Nobody cared.
Or people just care about that you come back to the resort, you give a good review, and that you give them their tips.
Yeah, we definitely.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, Dominicans, Dominican resorts understand I'm not the one laying there having to take X, Y, and Z of my LMNOP. So it's none of my fucking business.
All the way to Z.
Let me tell you, like, true Dominican men, at least the ones that I grew up with, they'll be like, more ussy for me. Great.
For real.
Go through as many penises
really
as you want. I'll take more pussy for me.
Yo, I get
one
confused.
less person I gotta worry about.
I get confused when I see straight men worried about gay men and who they're having sex with.
They're worried about the wrong thing.
I was like, yo, shouldn't you be focused on vagina right now? Why are you worried about where my penis is going?
Exactly.
Like I get it. You jealous. That's that jealousy. But overall, the trip, amazing. I would go back.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. My goal in doing this was to celebrate all your accomplishments this year. There've been many.
Thank you.
You've done a lot to give us relaxation, because and I'm scared to say this as we continue to expand our company. And I did say our company because I own 51% of this lousy company.
Lousy company.
Shout out to Mommy Dearest. That's when she was in a board meeting, the Coca-Cola people, and they're like giving her all these numbers, and she's looking at them and she says, "Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo. You forget that I helped." I need you to insert
my power.
Are we editing while we're doing
this?
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
we are editing. Because you forget that I made this company be. Yeah. So I own 51% of this company. So, I'll find, baby, we've been together for several years now. Do you find that every year that I say this, the next year it gets even more? I have not worked this hard ever.
I agree.
I feel like last year I had not, up to that point, and the year before, and what's gonna next year give us? Look, I can't even talk right.
I don't. What's gonna next year give us? I don't even want to think about it because I already know what's gonna happen.
But it's not bad things. It's just tiring shit.
A lot of.
It's adult shit. It's building a legacy and an enterprise and a whole thing. It really is building a future family, generational wealth, the whole nine.
Financial freedom is the only thing I want.
Do white people work this hard when they do their thing?
I mean, yes.
Do the Indians work this hard?
Well, which Indians are you talking about? Are you talking about the oil people? No.
Which oil people?
The oil.
Indians didn't have oil.
The Arabs. They're not Indians.
They're not Indians.
Damn, that was racist.
That was real bad, baby.
That was real racist.
I'm talking about the Habibis.
Okay, and then you just got racist.
No, Habibi is a term of endearment.
Are Habibis Arabs or Indian?
Indian.
Oh my God.
Wait, you just confused me. It's Habibi.
Those are Arabics, not Indians.
Those are Arabics.
Those are Arabics.
Yeah, Arabs, yeah, sorry. So what do we call the Indians?
I guess by their name.
The Ganeshi people?
Oh no, we're not doing this today. We can't keep attacking ethnicities and races.
The Bombay Dreams, folks.
I don't even know what that is.
Bombay Dreams.
I don't know.
Bollywood, the Indian
Bollywood.
films.
I know Bollywood.
Yes,
but I don't know
the Bollywood people.
Those are Indians.
Shanti.
I don't know what that is.
Shanti. That's power.
Yeah.
Shanti.
Yeah,
that's Shanti.
Okay, babe.
And what about the Salam Alaikum people?
Those are Muslims.
Salam Alaikum. Do they work this hard?
I don't know. I'm not Muslim.
Do they? I'm just saying.
I mean, they work hard to keep their women in dresses that they can't see out of, and
they can. Oh, stop being silly. They have a little window where they can see.
A window with no side mirrors.
This podcast has gone to hell in a handbasket. I expect emails to be coming in from everybody dropping us for this.
I remember when the news was saying that they had an issue in the Middle East because the women kept getting hit by cars because they couldn't see them. was like, why they don't give the windows?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I was like, they only got windshields. They need windows on the side. They were... God, no.
You are crying right now.
Because that was so funny when they played it on the news. When they played it on the news, I was like, I know that.
So what did they do? They send them out in white sheets instead of
I think this is
sheets?
when women wanted to liberate themselves. I believe this is during that whole like Iraq situation where the women wanted to take off the hijab and all of that. And I was like, why are you telling us they're getting hit by cars because they can't see? Like that's so
because they can't
that's
see
so
them.
American.
Right. Yeah,
though.
they
Like
can't
this
see
talk
them,
shit.
right?
Like it's so dumb.
But listen, no, my point. I'm going through all the religions that came up, and I know I haven't covered all of them. I just feel like, and just generations and everything. Do you feel like other generations work this hard? That's really an honest question.
I mean, depends on how far back we're going because I'm pretty sure the slaves work really hard.
Oh my God.
So
yeah, okay, I'm done.
I think
done.
so,
Yeah,
and I think, and of course they work harder because.
Well, let
listen,
Florida
all right, so
tell it.
listen.
The workers were gaining experiences and skills.
Listen, but you about to branch into a whole nother podcast. But yeah, no, they didn't have air conditioning back there either. I would die.
No, but what I'm saying is, we've been working very hard.
No, we have, and I've been.
And I know people, when you put it in the context of slavery versus what we're doing right now, no. Every generation has had the
What
struggles.
I'm saying is like
every generation has had the struggles.
industrial-wise, corporate-wise. I feel like we are the generation.
Do you feel like this generation is more stressed or less stressed than past generations?
Our generation is more stressed. The generation after us are the laziest pieces of shit I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
So Gen Z is trash. They're just and that just takes us into you know what, babe? We have to just go into part 2.
Okay.
All right, so let's just.
It got enough spicy.
Yeah.
To the point where I can't even put sentences together.
Yeah, because we might as well just we're trying not to transition, but we might as well just transition.
No, we're not doing the transpedestrian thing. I'm not transitioning into nothing. Okay, what you see hanging here.
So
is
let's
what
hold
it
on.
is.
Let's end the vacation. The vacation was amazing.
Okay. Vacation was amazing. I was saying, in conclusion, for me, my goal was to give you a relaxation time, a relaxed time, a celebration of all your accomplishments this year and the many more that are to come. I'm already planning our next vacation.
I can't wait.
I am, again, now I'm going to sound like the New Yorker. I really think, babe, we need to institute going away every 6 months.
I agree.
It has to happen twice a year.
I think we should go away 4 times a year.
Yeah, it has to have
2
4.
have
Okay,
to
4
be,
might be a little challenging.
No, because I think 4 should be within the United States. I mean, 2 should be within the United States. And
2 international?
2 should be international.
Okay, I agree with that.
I think that's what we should do.
I think that would be okay. And then I want to see how our bodies feel and how our energies feel when we're running that way.
Yeah.
Because it's been a lot. And
we just
all my
break.
listeners, listen, everybody got to do what they got to do, but make sure that you're taking care for yourself.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself.
We know. It's the second
God.
podcast that's already seeping in. It's the first.
Make sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you're good.
Yeah, let's do it. So thank you guys for joining us for our BaeCation podcast. And tune into the next podcast, which is the one that we're just going to just shit on everybody.
All right. Take us out.
Yes, we can be found on all major streaming platforms. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can find us.
Or you can stream us at www.jnhpodcast.com. There you will find a player and you can stream us right off our website.
Hey.